Okay, I found this video and this is absolutely hilarious. I've been saying for a long time that Trudeau is nothing but a little sissy male. He's not an alpha male in any regards. And the people of Canada even know it. They want his little queer ass out too. Okay? You know, it's like, Macron, Emmanuel, do you like my socks? I got new socks. Okay, he's like total beta male, right? Okay, he goes to India and dresses up in Indian garb to try to appease the Indian people. He's a fucking idiot. Okay, he's a total beta communist. He's a commie. Okay, all right, but he has been put in this position of power, but it's going to be taken away. Okay, but I need you to see what the leaders of the world think of this sissy boy. Right here we go.
Now, Justin Trudeau has been ignored in some spectacular ways in the past. So
right there. Trump, even though he's not looking directly at him, he knows that he's there. And Justin is going to try to get his attention, and watch what happens.
He's usually prepared to react to this in a calm...
Trump disses him, and he's like, really uncomfortable. Uncomfortable as hell. No one wants to acknowledge him.
Kind of calculated...
Done it.
Hey, but at the G20 yesterday, he was ignored in such an incredible fashion that even...
All right, now he knows he's not even on Xi's level, okay? This guy says President Z. That just tells you how much he knows. It's President Xi, okay? Xi Jinping, okay? And this guy doesn't know. All right. But he does know enough about reading language, body language. And you can tell that when he sat down, it's in alphabetical order, so he's between Brazil and China. He's sitting there. He's in an uncomfortable situation because he knows he doesn't have the balls to acknowledge Canada's President Xi. He doesn't. Okay? If that was Trump, Xi would have turned right over and acknowledged Trump. Trump gives that aura. You will acknowledge me, motherfucker. Okay? That's pretty much it. You will acknowledge me. Okay? I am the most powerful man in the world. You'll acknowledge me. This little sissy boy doesn't have that. Okay? Not even Obama had that with Xi. Okay? Obama, even though he was more of an alpha male than this little dweeb, wasn't respected. Okay? So now watch this.
He couldn't keep it together. So watch.
Okay, now, so he touches him. And within a split second of acknowledging Justin Trudeau, he turns to the person to his left and acknowledges that. You want to talk about fucking ultimate disrespect, okay? He absolutely flips away from... So he flips away from Justin Trudeau, acknowledges the person on the left, leaving Justin Trudeau again in that situation like, hello? Watch.
I'm walking in right now. So the seating chart was set up in alphabetical order. So China was right next to Canada.
So look at Jair Bolsonaro's face. You can see it, right? So he's looking straight ahead. He's probably paying attention to something in his ear or just paying attention. And he'll have peripheral vision, and he'll be able to acknowledge the fact that Justin's there, okay? But he's Justin Trudeau. Who gives a shit?
But President Xi of China has been notorious aloof towards Trudeau. So when Justin sits down, he pays him no attention. He doesn't even look up. So Trudeau is probably expecting this. So what does he do? First, he kind of orients himself to the guy sitting to the left of him and makes eye contact. You know what it feels like when someone's staring at you or looking at you? You can just kind of feel that energy. Well, Trudeau was hoping that when he did this, it was actually the new president of Brazil. His name is Jair Bolsonaro. He was hoping that he would turn and greet him and say hi, so he wasn't kind of sitting there awkwardly. But it doesn't work. So what does Trudeau do? Actually physically touches his arm, which gets...
Okay, so he actually touches his arm. Jair actually looks at him for a split second. Split second. Watch how fast he turns away from him.
His attention, but the problem is Jair was more interested in shaking the hand to whoever was at his left. I couldn't figure out who was sitting to his left.
And Justin looks like a bitch right then. Damn!
But this is all about social status. Okay, look at this. Trudeau can't even act like that was normal. Take a look at his face. It's hard to recover from that. So the social status component is whoever is looking for your attention, and look right there, look how obvious it is that he sees him right there. But whoever's looking for your attention that has higher status is going to get the attention from the other person. So if two people are coming at once, typically the person with higher status is going to get more attention. Or if they're of equal status, the person that tried to get the attention first. So Trudeau got his attention first, but had lower status in his eyes, in Jair's eyes, than the guy to his left, so he turns to him. So what can you do in this instance? Well, the way that Trudeau messed up, and I'm not sure he could control himself because it was such a harsh denial, but look at that look on his face. He's clearly shocked, and he's like, oh, you ever seen those NBA players that go for high fives and their teammates so worked up they don't see him? Well, this is especially hard because Jair clearly saw him, knows he got his attention first, and was so quick to turn and diss him. And then the funny thing is, when he turned back around to actually shake his hand, he shakes his hand and then immediately turns right back around. He had no interest in Trudeau. So the best thing that you can do in this is, first of all, he needs to realize he was snubbed by this guy. So once that happens, don't make any effort for some long-winded conversation. So he shouldn't have made the face, but he should have waited for him to turn back around, because you can't just completely drop it, act like it never happened, because that makes it look like you're really weak and you're just letting people walk all over you. So the move is to have no reaction, still stay kind of oriented to the person, and then when they come back to you, shake their hand, but at that point, kind of acknowledge you realize you were snubbed and you be the one to cut it off short. So kind of shake their hand, kind of look away, maybe in a bit of a dismissive way, because that balances out the interaction equilibrium. You never want someone to feel like they have higher status over you or feel like they can talk down to you or make such a ridiculously bold move, because these guys know there's a lot of cameras in these places. They know that everything's being documented, and they know that everything like this, like me breaking this down, Jair.
By the way, Canada knows that China knows he's there. Xi knows that he's there. Is not even so much as acknowledging him. Like, who's this guy? Okay.
Knew that there were going to be cameras on it and probably dopes like me analyzing it. So that's a very calculated move. You can't be cool with people.
So he fumbles through his bag to make it look like he's doing something, like he's doing something important, because he's not being acknowledged by anybody.
Treating it that way, so you need to know how to come back from something like that. Now, Trudeau was also ignored by Donald Trump at the last G20 conference, and I want to show you that too. But before I get to it, if you want...
Right there, Xi's looking over to the left. He could have acknowledged him. But he didn't.
Get high-level social skills. So if something like this happened to you, you'd be confident in how you can handle it, or even more confident just going out and being around people or going to a work event. You want to know that you can always act the right way and have something engaging to say. I've got a social invincibility checklist that you can download for free. I'll put a link in the description of this video below the video box, or you can just go to charismamatrix.com.
Got important things I got to do, but I wanted you guys to see that Trudeau is the world's bitch, not just Trump's, and not just Canada's bitch. Peace out.